A desperate act of betrayal. Francis Goodell, a young veteran, hijacked a plane. Armed with 2 pistols, he demanded a staggering ransom. Almost $500,000, a parachute, and an instruction manual on skydiving. Why? Guilt. Guilt from his time in Vietnam. He claimed he wanted to help children in Southeast Asia. But was it really about redemption? As the plane soared, tension filled the air. Passengers were terrified. An off-duty highway patrolman, just a regular guy, was on board. He saw the fear, the chaos, and knew he had to act. With a calm voice, he convinced Goodell to surrender. The plane landed safely, but Goodell's freedom vanished. He was sentenced to 30 years for air piracy. This wasn't just a hijacking. It was a cry for help. A year later, copycat hijackings exploded across the country, all inspired by this one act. The question lingers: was Goodell a villain or a victim of his own mind? On July 6, 1942, Anne Frank and her family vanished into the shadows. They were forced into hiding in a secret annex, a cramped space in an Amsterdam warehouse. The fear of deportation to a Nazi concentration camp loomed over them. For over 2 years, they lived in silence, always listening for the sound of footsteps, the sound of betrayal. During this time, Anne poured her heart into her diary, capturing the essence of hope amid despair. But their secret couldn't last forever. They were discovered, arrested, and sent away. Anne's words survived, becoming a powerful testament to the human spirit. Her story is a chilling reminder of the horrors of war and the fragility of freedom. What if they had never been found? Would her voice still echo through history? A groundbreaking moment in sports. On July 6, 1957, Althea Gibson made history. She stepped onto the Wimbledon court, a fierce competitor. Facing her doubles partner, Darlene Hard, the stakes were high. The crowd held its breath. With every serve, every volley, Althea showcased her talent. She didn't just play, she dominated, winning 6-3, 6-2. The first African American to claim the Wimbledon title. The atmosphere was electric. Queen Elizabeth II herself presented her with the Venus Rosewater Trophy. But this victory was more than just a trophy. It was a symbol of breaking barriers, of fighting against racial injustice. Althea's triumph inspired countless others. What if she hadn't taken that step? Would the world of sports look different today? A new era dawned for a fledgling nation. On July 6, 1785, the U.S. Continental Congress made a monumental decision. They established the dollar as the official currency. Fresh from the Revolutionary War, the nation was ready to build its identity. This was more than just paper and coins. It was a symbol of independence. A national monetary system was born. The dollar would pave the way for economic stability and growth. But the stakes were high. Would this new currency unite the states or divide them? Fast forward to today, and the US dollar reigns as the dominant global currency. It's hard to imagine the world without it. But what if they had chosen differently? What if the dollar had never existed? A chance encounter that changed music forever. On July 6, 1957, a teenage John Lennon took the stage with his band, the Quarrymen. It was just another gig at St. Peter's Church in Liverpool. But fate had other plans. In the audience was a young Paul McCartney, another aspiring musician. After the show, they struck up a conversation. Their chemistry was electric. Lennon's raw talent met McCartney's melodic genius. It was the beginning of something monumental. They joined forces, eventually bringing in George Harrison and Ringo Starr. The Beatles were born. But what if they hadn't met that day? Would rock and roll have evolved differently? Their legacy reshaped music. But it all started with a simple performance, a twist of fate that echoed through history.